space, it's about to go down. Cover your ears, it's about to get loud. It's getting loud. So many years on my tongue. Now I'm throwing stones, I'm spitting blood. I'm spitting blood. I set a fire to the night, just to watch it burn. I'll pick a fight and cause a scene, just to make it hurt. I'll fan the flame so I can take it higher. Gonna set a fire to the night. Had my feel, playing it cool. You won't see me playing a fool. Oh, you won't. Only so much I can take. You push too hard, I'm gonna break. Yeah. I set a fire to the night, just to watch it burn. I'll pick a fight and cause a scene, just to make it hurt. I'll fan the flame so I can take it higher. Gonna set a fire to the night. I set a fire to the night, just to watch it burn. I'll pick a fight and cause a scene, just to make it hurt. I'll fan the flame so I can take it higher. Gonna set a fire, yeah, I'll take it higher. Gonna set a fire to the night. Oh, to the night. Yeah.
Well, always a glitch.
There's a in the Matrix.
Yes, a little glitch. Hang on, I need to switch on this light. Hold on.
Stand by, people. Not sure what he's turning on in the background there.
That's better. I don't look like I'm lurking in the shadows. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the show Wednesday nights. Carpet Python, that's part Carpet Python, part Reptile News. So you'll notice the last couple of times I've streamed straight to all the platforms that I go onto. I think that's easier to win people over from the Carpet Python page onto the Reptile News page like that.
Yeah.
I don't know if you agree with that, Colin. Hello, Colin.
No, let's get it out there, share it around. And if you can share it onto your own Facebook page, I believe, the link.
Yeah, you can. You can do all those fancy things with these this fancy
with your phone, with your iPad.
Yep. Yeah. And if people, we know there's a delay on the sound because because Colin's in New South Wales and I'm in Melbourne, and we're running the whole system through my system. So there's going to be a slight delay with these mouth. I don't know. Tell us what you think. Do you like the sound? Hello, everybody. Corey Schrader. Hello, Michelle. Hello, Heath. Yeah, hi. Hello, everybody. Please add. There's more people joining. What an exciting weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You attended the VHS Expo.
Yeah, I showed my face down there. First time in about 3 or 4 years. It was good. I saw people that There's Rob again.
back.
Yes, Rob is in the house.
Logan.
It was good. It was a good show. I spoke to people I haven't spoken to in a very long time. I spoke to new people that I
That's
haven't
good.
ever spoken to. It was just a good all-round experience, except for all the technical glitches that I had with my equipment. Hello, George. So it was fun.
And you got a backache.
Oh, I got a great big old backache because I think I'm still a young man, and I'm still young, but not not that young that I can carry that massive. And that was my small rig,
You just
like
need to calm down.
what's that?
You just need to calm down with the rigs, I think.
Yeah, but I like to I like it to be impressive, at my own cost, at my own expense. So let's see if there's anybody been. Okay, so I don't know. Wednesday night chat is at the
Let's
moment
throw it to
still.
some people.
At the moment, still while we sort out your studio and get all your lights done and all your backdrops and stuff like that, we'll fly under the radar a little bit,
Yeah.
and then we'll just burst onto the scene, with a production value of a big Hollywood blockbuster. Oh, what you can see I haven't been on the mic for a while, man. I'm struggling with the words tonight. Shit. Jason Deacon, g'day from the Central Coast. Hello, George.
Oh, great part of
saw-
the world.
A lot of these guys I saw. Heath I saw at the expo. Corey, I met Corey I think I met Corey and Ben at the expo.
Yeah.
George, we had a chat. There was a lot of people there. It was, I don't know. I expected it to be busier,
Yeah.
but then it was the right type of busy for the majority of the day. Like it was okay in the morning. You could get in. You didn't have to battle any of the queues. Although we did arrive a little bit late because my co-pilot Chris Nelson likes to be fashionably late always.
Fair enough.
But I factor that into the equation always. Like you've got a mate that you always have a mate, that one mate that when he says 9 o'clock, you factor in the 20 minutes and you tell him to be there 20 to 9,
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but no, we had a good day. I hooked up with another friend of mine down there, Chris Sankey. We were walking around having a look, and then I started to do the live streams, and then
Yep.
I could go into detail what happened, but I don't want to embarrass myself. It ended up I ended up getting some streams out, but for a first show it was rough.
Yeah.
I'll admit that it was rough, but I'm sure you've been there with the type of
Yeah.
stuff you've been involved in. The first few is always rough, and then it gets better.
It does, yeah. And you get the knack for it. So it's hard in those buildings to get the lighting right with the camera and all that sort of stuff. So
Yeah. No.
yeah, and you see a good animal and you can't get a good representation of it. So
Yeah, and you can't get close to it. I mean, that was the biggest thing. I would have loved to just have a walkthrough beforehand
yeah.
and gotten but I'll do it next year. I touched base with Adam Sopiano of the VHS. Anthony Stimson was there. I had a good chat
Oh,
with
cool.
them.
Yep.
And Adam was all. I said to Adam, I don't mind doing some video and stuff for the VHS. VHS is a good cause to get involved
Yeah.
in. I used to be involved in the VHS years back.
Yeah.
And under circumstances, I've sort of been laying low, but I think it's time. I think it's time to get involved back into the society.
Yeah.
It's the only society we have in Victoria.
Yeah.
You
Did
know?
you see I seen Lilydale, they had the bioactive setups, I'm pretty sure it was.
Yeah, they were right at the door where you came into the building. It was a
Yeah.
bit different because in previous years the first area where you sort of came into the building was where people used to queue up.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go through the doors. And this year they rigged that whole first area, like the lobby almost. They rigged that out with all bioactive displays and
Yeah.
a whole bunch of stuff. I mean, there was rusty monitors there. I
Yeah.
mean, this is stuff that Chris saw that and said, that's something that we haven't seen in. He didn't even know they were in Victoria. But then the Lilydale High School, I speak under correction. I think I think there's people noticing your beard's gone. Dean
I
Boyd.
left in my cupboard.
Yeah, you're not incognito tonight. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You haven't given it to me about my beard, so I shaved it off. Peer pressure.
Yeah, no, that's all right. We like the open face. We've got nothing to hide. You know, I always say big beards hide big lies. You know. Um, you know, I had a beard as well. Shows it off. There's nothing to, you know, it shows the open face, yeah, openness of everything. So,
Yep.
but he said there was like rusty monitors. The Lilydale High School is doing all right because they had baby green tree pythons there that I
Yeah.
thought
Did
was.
you So, do you want to explain to people what Lilydale is?
Oh,
Um,
okay. So Lilydale High School is the only school that I can think of in Australia that actually has a devoted area. You've been down there.
I have, yeah.
They've got a actual junior zookeeper style interaction for the kids down at that high school. And what they do is they literally teach school kids to, as part of the curriculum, I think, to work with reptiles as a
Yeah, they use it. So, like science, if they have a experiment, they can use, like development of tadpoles or something like that, and they can have actual tadpoles and
yeah.
talk about stuff like that.
And
And
they
they,
do, and I think they do it. I think they do it with genetics and as well. I know they're working with a bunch of bearded dragon genetics and blue tongue genetics, and they learn how to incubate reptile eggs. They learn how to properly house them. You know, they call it a junior reptile keepers course, but like a junior zookeeper. But I don't know if it's like. To me, there's special training involved, so maybe it's just an introductory to that stuff. I don't know if it's got actual, like if you gain like a certain
like a
credentials,
certificate or anything like that.
that you can go and work for the zoo. So I mean, I don't know that type of stuff, but it was a really good display.
Oh, they at the school itself, like I seen online, I think it was last week or early. Yeah, it was early last week. They got a new building going in and
Yeah.
new centre, so it's pretty cool.
Let me just see if I can find it here on Facebook. Let me just check here. Lilydale High School. I might just share the screen there, so
You can do
people
that.
can. We'll give him a little. Little plug, And hold on, let me just share my screen with you as well, Colin. So sorry, I'm just doing stuff behind the scene here.
The technical man.
So Colin can see what we're up to. So we'll share this one. Okay, and then I'll just share this screen over here with you guys. Let me just go in here before I switch over. So, okay, so
Set up too, like overall. So
yeah, so I think they got funding by the government as well to that's what the display looked like when you came in the building. And I mean, all these enclosures here had, like, I think there were Gillen's monitors in this first one here, and then there was a whole bunch of those like Goldfields shinglebacks in some of those cages. I think there's some photos here we can go into. So that just shows people the high school. I think it's I think it's a good initiative. I think it's a great initiative. I've not heard of a school like it anywhere in the world, unless, I mean, I could be wrong.
no, I don't know. Yeah,
I know you've been around the world a little bit more than me as
I
well in
haven't.
recent years, but I mean,
I haven't heard of anything like it. So
I mean, just look at how vibrant these enclosures are. I mean, they were just fantastic, and each of those, there's frogs in some of them. It's like, I'm not a big bioactive dude.
it seems to be the in vogue thing at the moment, but
Yeah, and I mean, just the amount of people that walked around holding a reptile, and there was a big scrub python that people were draping around the necks. Wouldn't be surprised if I'm somewhere here with that big rig of mine, just struggling with technical difficulties. I was standing.
so they had a bit out there this
I
time.
was standing right about there for about 3 hours, and just staring at the little screen of my devices that didn't want to work.
Hmm.
And it was great fun. It was great fun. And there's the VHS. That's what's it? What's his name? Gary Mexico. There we go.
Gary Mexico.
Gary Mexico, the man. Yeah.
Mate, that guy's the funniest guy on the planet.
Yeah. No, he gave me some big thumbs up and said, good on me for going to the expo. I was like I'm a little bit squeamish going to things these days, but
Yeah,
there was a good, nice Jaguar python
he's
there.
a funny guy, man. He came with me on one of those tours to America,
Yeah.
and
Oh yeah.
we got to San Diego, and I went outside, and here's Gary on the phone talking to. He goes, "Oh, the reception's beautiful." I said to Gary, "Do you have a SIM card for America?" He's like, "Nah, the one from homework." I'm like, "Get off your phone now."
Put that thing down and burn it to the ground.
I
That's
go,
it.
"How long's your phone been on?" He goes, "Since we landed." And I'm like, "That's a day ago, man. Turn your phone off."
Yep, there we go. Roaming charges would be beautiful. Yep.
But he won't admit it, but I reckon his bill's about 1,600 for that event.
Oh, that was wonderful.
That's
Look at this.
it's
So
tough.
so they actually built. So they actually set up the displays there. I mean, I just. Oh no, was that there? I don't think there's grass like that. It's probably at their school and they drove it
looks like it's
down.
cool.
I mean, look at this guy. This guy loves it. Look at him. Yeah.
Yeah.
He loves
came
it.
from there, and he's at one of the zoo. I can't remember what zoo he's at now.
Yeah.
I follow him on Facebook. So
Oh, it looks like it's up in Lilydale. Yeah, that's the Lilydale, with the little industrial strip there. But I mean, look
Yeah.
at that.
that's pretty cool, man.
That's what people want to see, you know. Like that's what people want to keep in their houses. That's what people want to
Yeah.
see, you know. And I think they had a lot of you know, they set it up with the right lighting. The T5 tubes were going hot, you know, and I think using the right lighting. And see, this is the type of stuff that I love to see, you know.
yeah.
Just the interaction, you know. That guy probably have never been, you know, in that, you know, this is what makes Expo so wonderful. Is it all the new young people? Adam Sapiano, hello. All the young people that are interacting with these reptiles, you know,
Yeah.
it's you know, like special needs people that won't necessarily be able to go out in the bush and see these animals in the wild, you know, kids with blue tongues, you know, this is what we like to see. There's our whole team. So check them out on Facebook. They're doing a great job. You know, Marcus. I think Marcus is the teacher down there years ago, and this is just some of the new building that's happening down there at the school at the
Yeah,
moment.
That's what I was saying on Facebook. the
You
other
know,
day.
they're going to rip that up, build new buildings there. It's almost going to be like a zoo. They had like mock-ups there of what they're planning down there, and it's going to be big glass fronted enclosures like you'd see at the Sydney Zoo. You know.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
Awesome, you know, the guys are getting behind it. I think there's some minister or somebody in there. Oh, there's that guy again. Loves it.
Mhm.
Who knows him? What's his name? Who's that guy?
Okay.
And they tearing down the old buildings.
Really
There's
bad
a you know what that is. Well, you know that little tub there. It's a big old
Yeah,
sim.
I
I
do.
think I sold them some incubation tubs years ago. I wonder where the grid is. It's probably better to use the grid in there, you know. So stuff like that, you know. I mean, little and they've breeding stuff like all the little things that they breed there, the blue tongues. Josh Vastuka, hello guy, hello Josh. There, look at them, looking there. There's the greens. I mean, where do you see? Not many people breed the green pythons anymore. There we go. Are you still there, Colin?
Ballarat Wildlife Park. That's where he's at now. So,
Ooh,
oh man, I can't remember his name.
Adam.
No. Is it Ryan? I can't remember his name now.
I don't know. Okay, so we'll.
Bad names. I apologize.
So let me just cut back to our other screen. There we go. We're back there. Show your face. And then let me just switch back so Colin can see what's going on here. There we go. So there's a few. Okay, Moose. Yeah, Moose. Is that the guy? That's the guy. Thanks, Adam. Yeah, helping us plebs out here. Moose works at the Ballarat Wildlife Park. Yeah, the Ballarat Wildlife Park was another one of those places that the VHS used to. I don't know if do the VHS still do social outings to the Ballarat Wildlife Park. I remember organizing one there in the good old days with the VHS to go down there. And it was good value, you know. You could go behind the scenes and have a look at some of the stuff that they've got there, and you know, I really always used to just stare at their rhino iguanas. Oh my god, I'd love to get some rhino. You know, Ryan, you know what I'm talking about. Big
Yeah,
old
they're
rhino
cool.
iguana. Oh my god, they're wonderful, wonderful. I just need to move your camera a little bit. So sorry, I keep adjusting stuff here that I see that I don't like. So hold on. I know. Not going to do that now. Let's not mess with the system
Can't
here.
see what I normally see.
Yeah.
How many
Uh,
people watching?
not currently, no. It used to be a great day out. I mean, that's I definitely miss those days of socializing with her. But let's just bring
They'll
up.
come back.
Yeah, we will. We'll bring it back. We'll bring it back. You know, now that there's a platform for people to come and see what's news. You know, this is what this is all about. You know, if you've got
That's
stuff
right.
to announce, you know, 5 years from now, I want this to be the channel for people to go and find out what's going on in the world of reptiles. 'Cause
So
yeah,
what's going on? I seen a little post about an Australian carpet fest.
Oh yes, yes. I just sort of put the teaser out there yesterday. Yeah, I'm thinking. I feel like having something to not in the Carpet Fest. I mean, they it started over. I'm planning to get Eric Burke said he'll come on here. That sort of originated over in the US, with the
Yep.
Americans bringing together all the carpet python people, and I think just as like a home party, so people go to one guy offers to give his house over to the masses for the day
Yep.
and have a get together. Everybody brings something along. I'll probably hold it at my house,
Mm-hmm.
and what I'll do is I'll probably I'll smoke some meat or whatever, and I'll charge like a $10 cover just to cover the food that that you're eating on the day. I'll make sure there's enough food, and then just have it cozy and grow it from there. And I think that's
Yeah.
exactly the same way as what they did over in the US. They had a meeting at a bunch of carpet python guys got together, and I think it's really moved into like everybody just pitches there. They've got big marquee tents and stuff like that, and everybody just has a great day.
Yeah.
Talking to people and just socializing. I mean, I can hold a conference or something like that, but I think baby steps is the way to
Yeah.
go. Start it small and
Sure.
grow it from there. Get the unity back with people. Just hanging out and just being face to face instead of being
Mm.
on Facebook the whole time.
Yeah.
And that's what we're doing on Facebook the whole time.
We're on Facebook all the time.
And this is we're dissing Facebook, and this is where we operate at the moment.
Yeah. No, it's coming around. It's coming around slowly, so
Yeah.
which is
so-
good.
Yeah, so I'll put the word out when that's going to be. I'm thinking maybe a month or two away. I don't want to drag it out too long.
Don't make it too long down in Melbourne. Oh,
Yeah, no, because it'll be cold, and you want to get it sort of when the weather's just good. Not like the weather's ever good in Melbourne.
yeah.
Huh?
I might bring Rob down with me.
Yeah, no, yeah, that'd be a good weekend.
Yeah.
But other than that, the expo went down well. There was an Ompelli python on display down there.
A juvenile or a
I don't know. It wasn't small. I'd say
They're really
maybe
long and thick, I know that.
I'd say maybe 2 years old.
Okay.
I reckon. Maybe 2 years old. It was a
Rob's still
decent
there
size. It
working.
was probably as thick as thick as my forearm. So it was a
Not
decent
very
size.
big then.
No. But for those snakes that are slender bodied, I mean, I would imagine you'd get that type of girth on it over like maybe 3 years, maybe 3
Yeah.
years, 2.5, 3 years.
Yeah, okay.
So I don't know, just refreshing to see something new in a brand new Exoterra sitting there. But a lot of people, but the funny thing is, a lot of people wouldn't even know what that was. I know I saw there was a sign on it. Yeah, Summeralt. Yeah, if it was a male, it was probably breeding size, I reckon.
Okay.
It was, like I thought that the size of the. Now, please, I don't want anybody to think that I'm criticizing anything. I'm just, like this is just how if I change things for the guys that I knew on this show, yeah, I sometimes step in things because
Sometimes you just don't know when to let it go.
I need to just shut my mouth sometimes. But in any case,
Oh, it's good.
yeah, well, I don't. I'd rather ask for apology afterwards, forgiveness than for permission, So, but if I probably would have put a bigger sign on it, maybe so people know exactly. I would have probably put neon lights over it and said with fingers
Check it
pointing, this is one of the rarest pythons in the world, in captivity.
yeah.
I don't
It's
know.
understated, huh?
Yeah, it's very rare. But I mean, they might be rare because we can't find them, but they might be common,
Yeah.
but we just can't find them.
Yeah,
know?
that's true. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me just.
I'll slowly get out there. So
Yeah. So I'm 5 kilos down on the soda water now, so it's good.
soda water.
Yeah, stop eating the biscuits and lollies at night. Stop eating the old bread, Mark Taylor, how good was the albino tiger snake? Yeah, there was an albino tiger snake.
I've seen pictures of that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I saw a tiger snake years back. I'm not sure if it's the same one. I think Simon Rothrow used to have a tiger snake, an albino tiger snake. I saw one years ago. It must have been 2005, 2006. He had a bunch of people over at his house, when I think he was still I think he was still president of the VHS, and they were busy looking at stuff, and there was this one cage in the lounge that had like a blanket in front of it, and I didn't think much of it. I just thought that was odd that there was a blanket in front of it. And then at one stage, he pulled me aside and said, "Look, he's not sure if I've noticed the thing there. It's not something that he shows everybody, but like he'll take me and show me." And I was like, "Yeah, I don't really care, but if
Yeah.
you want to show me, show me." I'm not the type of guy that comes to your house and insists to see your reptile collection. I'll visit people and we'll just hang in their lounge. Man, I've seen basically everything.
Yeah.
So to me, it's not a big thing to go and insist on seeing people's collections. I think it's rude. That's one of the rules. 101, reptile keeping 101. I think you don't insist on seeing somebody's reptile collection.
That's pretty interesting when people do that. So.
Yeah, it's a bit average. Yeah. I walked around twice before I realized where it was, and I spoke to the guys at the table on the first lap. Yeah, it was it was right next to the VHS's table as well. I thought it was but I'm sure you want to keep your eyes on something like that. Yeah, there would have been hands around there. They would have quickly grabbed it and ran off if they could.
There was no security guard.
I don't know. I was too focused on carrying my big rig. I literally didn't see that much. I spoke to Rajiv Pereira was there with a nice carpet python display. Everybody there seemed to have been enjoying the day and made money and selling reptiles. Some were sold out before 12. So it was a healthy event.
So the market was still good for selling reptiles. Like, what was the
Yeah,
main thing on for sale there? Like monitors or
look, I saw a lot of there's Russell Grant was they were selling green tree Iron Rangers green tree pythons, and I think he said something else. He had another the one with a blue stripe on the back. What are they called? It's something with a S. A locality type that he specializes in. And I haven't spoken to him in years, and he noticed me walk around with that camera, and I just couldn't not just put it down for a while. So I probably stood there with Russell speaking to him for about half an hour. We were just, remembering stuff from the good old days. And then I also told him that he has to come on the show. He was a little bit squeamish about that, but I'll get him on the show still.
Oh, come on, man.
Yeah, I'll get him on because he's a legend. He's one of those guys in Victoria, especially. When it comes to diamond pythons and especially everything he touches carpet python wise, he turns to gold. Yeah, Sarong, that's the one. He's got Sarong carpet pythons. Yeah.
Oh, whoa.
How many people just just bombarded with answers? Thank you.
They probably all wrote it at the same time, just the lag.
Yeah, it's the lag. We'll just blame everything on the lag,
Yeah.
So, but he was good catching up with him. I saw Marty Biagia. I hope I say his name right. I saw him there. Then we just chatted. We stood right in the middle, right in the middle of the passage with people storming past. So we just blocked the traffic, and we just stood there talking. I didn't even go look over. I didn't even go and look at his stuff. I saw Colin Ray was down there.
What did Marty have? He was in olive pythons.
I think he had olives there. I don't know. I think he had olives and some marble stuff, some of the smaller stuff. And then Peter Krause had lace monitors. Peter Krause always comes down and supports the expos. He'll probably be down in Penrith this weekend as well. Mangrove monitors. Yeah, I saw the Harbourfields. I don't know if you've ever James Harbourfield and Chris Harbourfield is there.
Yeah,
they also well known in Victoria. Low, under the radar keepers, but man, they also, there are so many top breeders. I mean, there are so many good breeders in Australia that a lot of people don't know that they're even around. Like the Harbourfields, I've never really seen them actually promote themselves. Except James is now involved with Shane Simpson down here at his veterinarian practice.
Yep.
I've never seen his dad or him. I think I've seen an ad once in the reptile, a herb trader. They used to advertise there. I think I bought some Ackies from them years ago and some frilled lizards, and they just consistently breed great animals, and whatever they breed, whatever they put their hands on, they manage to, get them out of the egg. I mean, it's just it's phenomenal. The mangrove monitors. I mean, they're one of the few breeders in Australia that consistently
Consistently doing it.
and mangrove monitors. They do the blue ones and they do the yellow ones, and they can tell you. The best thing about them is they can tell you specifics. They work with a species for that long that they can literally give you the historic overview and the full biology and the full reproductive husbandry of that animal.
Yeah.
It's fascinating. I mean, and they just. I mean, James is a veterinarian, so it helps that they've got that. And his dad's. I mean, his dad used to always do all the work. I mean, James was always at uni studying to be a vet, but his dad's very hands-on. And I mean, just the enclosures. Have you ever been to their house?
No.
They've got this this down under their basement is all rigged up in like naturalistic, like for their frillies, they've got these man-made termite mounds,
Oh yeah.
like literally a cage with a big termite mound in there, and the frillies live on that. I mean, I'm
Yep.
talking 10 years, 12, 15 years ago that I was down there.
Yeah.
But awesome, like great displays.
What were they made out of, like concrete or?
I think they did the paper mache, and then they concreted the paper mache, and then they texturized it with sand and painted it, and like they
Yeah, cool.
like the same type of stuff as what Brian does, or what Jay Brewer does.
Yeah.
But the mangroves were nice. I think Hayden Lowry was there with some. It was a good selection of Antaresia, and
Oh,
it's
cool.
amazing some of the stuff that the guys, those really white marbles. I really like them.
Yeah.
Really, really like the white marble stuff.
You're getting a bit hot there.
Yeah, but hot, yeah, under my
Right
sauna
under the
light.
collar.
Under the sauna lights. Not used to this anymore. I took a week's break. I think I'm still a bit sick. Sorry, I should sit right at the proximity effect here on the mic. But it was good. It was. There's a lot of activities for the kids to do. I said I didn't walk around too much because I was too focused on trying to fix what was wrong with the streaming devices. And now that I've figured out how to work that thing, the next expo will be better. Like I mean,
So that was the dry run, was it? That was the first go.
yeah, it's always the first one. Always, it's always a little bit of a stuff
The
up.
first one, isn't it?
Yeah. But other than that, I think it was good just talking to the guys from the VHS. Gary loves it. Gary Mexico loves it. I saw
does,
Karen Russell was there with a whole good selection of blue tongues.
Did
really.
I seen they did an expo. I mean like an auction.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I did a bit of footage, but I was just making, I was just making video. So, but I think it would have gone away. It would have gone all right. The VHS the VHS auctions have historically been a very good time to get a good deal at these expos.
Yep.
So people.
Where does do you know where the money goes for that? Is it for VHS?
It goes to,
society?
I'm pretty sure. I mean, I'm speaking under correction here, but it normally goes to the VHS and their, into their. Let me go. Here we go. Yeah. Somebody. Yeah. Dr. Black 66. Yeah, it was at the showgrounds this weekend. Gone past. There's one in Penrith this coming Sunday. But I think like when I remember when the VHS has got, like it's a non-for-profit organization, so every cent helps, and then they'll use the money to help, like the Lilydale, if they've got good causes that they donate money to and stuff, so it's good.
I just seen Mark Taylor made a comment about the money for Bali Rescue or something, was that?
Yeah, because I know the VHS has done a lot of traveling. I mean, that's a good thing. In recent times, I've seen the VHS. They've been to Komodo, they've been to Bali. And Roy Pales goes along. A whole group of them does a bit of world traveling, and that's good for a society. That's good for a committee to take some of the members and go and do this type of stuff. What does he say? Mark Taylor, the auction got my okay, and then I got a mad hook. There was some really nice handmade snake hooks down there with like engraved handles. I didn't take a photo of that. I was standing there thinking I should take a photo of this,
and you forgot.
and I forgot to take a photo. Yeah, you know how it works.
It's only a news channel, but it's all right.
Yeah, I should. That type of news should be shared because it's a really nice hook. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I flew down and I did a good hour and a half in the reptile. Okay, cool. Yeah, he went and saw that. I thought he didn't. I thought Dr. Black didn't go and see that stuff. So
Okay. Good on
first
you.
time catching a live. David Sands. How's it going, lads? Termite Mound is a cool
Well, if
idea.
this is his first time, what's it like? What's he think?
What do you think, David Sands? What do you think? Is there something that you'll watch again? Do you guys
Yeah.
just shit talking on national live stream? Yeah. Corey Gill, there we go. Corey said hello, hasn't he? Or am I getting my Corys mixed up? Flew
No, I
down
think
to
there's two
Melbourne.
there.
So there was also like on a side note, there was like a aquarium expo there as well. There was Victor Custom Hooks. There
There's
we
two
go.
Corys.
Oh yes, two.
Or even
Okay,
E,
Corey
whatever.
Corey with a double E and a Corey with a EY. Okay, I'll
Yeah.
have to make a mental note of that because I've thought I'm sure this guy said hello to us already, you know. Sorry guys. Sorry. Honest mistake. Honest mistake. We know there's two Corys now. But yeah, those hooks were really nice. And then they had an aquarium, like a separate building where this is odd. There's two buildings that the VHS have used historically for the expos. The second building that they normally use, in the days when I used to display, they had an underwater aquarium thing. And even in the aquarium industry now, people are moving more towards the naturalistic underwater landscaped terrariums. You know, they don't do the fake plants anymore and stuff. And it just looks so much better. It's great.
Yeah, it's good.
We had a YouTube booth at Underwater. Okay. I don't know what Underwater is.
I was just trying to look at what that was.
Ah, you Googled it. See, we're on the ball here. You know, you might
Back
Google it.
on
You're the Googler. Huh? Too many videos of Underwater Expo going up, so I'll probably chuck reptiles up first. Yeah. To put the reptiles up. People want to see the reptiles more than they want fish. Fish, you can't touch fish. You can't play with fish, you know? Justin Galea. G'day, Justin. Oh, there's a few, everybody's chiming in. I'm more awesome. I've 2 E's, so hello. Yeah, I'm more awesome. I have 2 E's. Now we've got a battle here of the names, huh? Come on, guys, calm down. So, any news? How's your? I'm doing all the talking tonight. You're just the wingman tonight. What's any catch anything interesting recently, or just the usual? Tell us Tell us about the guy that called you. That-
Oh, here we go.
Tell us the
So-
story.
This is a story of not judge a book by its cover. So I get a phone call off a fella, and just like I've been doing snake catching a while now, and a lot of people call you, and you can tell that they either got a problem with drugs or they're doing drugs. Anyway, this fella called. I was in Parks. I was away for work, and he's going, "Oh, mate, I got this snake, and it's here. Can you get it?" I said, "Mate, I can't get there till tomorrow. Can you just?" It was in the toilet at his workshop.
Yeah.
Ended up being a workshop. I didn't know it was a workshop. I said, "Just put a towel under the door, and I'll get there tomorrow." Anyway, I said, "I'll be there." Drove home from Parks, which is about 5 hours.
Yeah.
Dropped Chloe off because she came away with me, and then basically drove up there, and I was talking to Chloe about it, and she's like, "Oh, just be careful, like you sound a bit weird, that guy." I was like, "Okay, no worries." I get there and the guy's actually deaf. He's
Yeah.
got hearing aids.
Yeah.
That's why he talked a bit different over the phone.
Yep.
Really nice guy. I have been there before. Red Belly in the toilet block.
Oh, that's nice.
Because it'd been in there a day, it had actually gone up. So the toilet seat was up, and it had gone in behind the toilet seat and the top seat. So
Oh, that'd be a nice surprise, wouldn't it?
yeah, it would, yeah.
What about the other guy that rang you that slept in his car? That's
Oh,
a
yeah,
good
so-
story.
Yeah, so there was a fella rang me. I've got no money. There's a snake in my house. I said, no. So I missed the call.
Yeah.
He rang me twice. I missed the calls. Left voicemails. Mate, I've got a snake in my house. Call me back.
Yeah.
Didn't get it. Next message was at 9 o'clock at night. Mate, the snake's still here. I'm going to sleep in my car.
Yeah.
I'll call you in the morning, 7 o'clock in the morning. Phone rings, guy again. I didn't get that one, but then I listened to my voicemails. I was like, oh, I better ring this guy back. Ring him back. He goes, yeah, mate, I just woke up. I said, well, have you got a description of it? He described it. I'm like, that doesn't sound like something indigenous to the area. So yeah, basically left it go. I said, look, he goes, what normally happens? I said, it costs money for us to come out. But he's renting. He goes, I don't have no money. I'm renting this room. I said, talk to the real estate agent, and they usually cover it. Anyway, goes all day. He rang me back and goes, look, they gave me a number for Wires. I rang Wires. There's no one in the area. What do? I said, well, look, if you see it again, give me a call and or get me a photo of it and then give me a call. Anyway, yeah, it was like almost midnight that same day. I get a text. He goes, it's back, and it's a spotted python. So I call. I was still in park, so I call my trusty South African sidekick. Rob. And he went and picked it up for me.
So good ending. Guy slept in his car.
Good ending, yeah.
Guy slept in his car. I don't know if I'd go
Slept
that
in his
far
car,
for a
yeah,
little
that wouldn't
snake. It's better than chopping its head off, you know?
Well, from what Rob was saying, you can see why the guy doesn't have money, because he had
Nothing.
no, he spent his money on other things.
Okay, the fun stuff, yeah. So there seems to be
Whatever you're into, you know, like
whatever blows your hair back, you know. There is something happening here. There's a big debate about toilet paper. So sorry guys, this is a reptile. This is a reptile debate, not a toilet paper avenue to get toilet paper.
When I got that snake out of the toilet block, I took all the toilet paper too.
I can give you some hints where to get toilet paper. Rob, your work is a good place to steal toilet paper. I don't know. Rob says you're a great bloke. Yeah, you don't judge a book by its cover, you know.
I have been.
To get back to the toilet paper dilemma, I mean, I can't just get back with the mainstream media. I mean, really?
Is it on the news down there as well?
I'm sick of coronavirus. I'm sick of it. I'm sick everything everybody talks. Yeah, I'm sick of it. Yeah, a pandemic. You know, only a handful of cases, and if we just had our first death, I'm like, you know, okay. Now people are buying toilet. What are they doing with all this toilet paper? I just don't understand
that. Like, I thought it gave you the flu, not the run. So,
and if you really struggle, you can just go.
Don't they know the like Woolworths shop online thing and Coles shop online?
Yeah, but apparently you can't even get those. My wife tried to get an order in for a crèche today, and so they don't even want to do. They can't even get the orders out. I mean, I don't know. Of all the stuff that the world could be running out of, I thought tin food might probably be something that, you know, but toilet paper.
Well, you can eat toilet paper, and then you got a self-cleaning bottom hole, you know. So
yeah, and people were saying, oh, where are they going to get nappies? You know, like, I mean, I grew up as a kid. My mum used cotton nappies and rewashed them and just use them again, and people survived like that. I think it's a very entitled, comfortable world we're living in at the moment.
Baby formula.
Yeah, and if you're struggling with toilet paper, there's bunches of leaves. At university, I had a lecturer that always used to say, if you're ever stuck in the bush without toilet paper, you go and find there's these real, you know, you find a tree that has really broad leaves on them. Okay.
Yep.
Really broad leaves. You take the what do you call the little thing that it attaches to a tree with? The steel. Is it a steel? Still?
I don't know.
Okay, well, the stem. You take the stem, you break the stem off. That's your first thing that you do. Then you take your middle finger and you poke it through that big leaf, okay? And then what you do is, this might gross people out, but then you just take that finger, you drag it through your bum, your crack, yeah? And you take the leaf basically and you just pull it off.
Yep.
And you use the stem to just clean your nail, you know?
There you go.
There you go. You don't need miles of toilet paper to do that. Yeah, you know, that's how you do it in the bush. You know, that's how you do it. What is this now? Let's go back.
I can't see, all the comments are going too quick for me.
Come to Oz here, Rob McMillan. Come to Oz, they say. It will be fun, they say. No loo paper, fires, floods, coronavirus. What a time to be alive. Yeah, deadly snakes, deadly tarantulas, deadly
bowler there,
bird-eating
like
spiders, trapdoor spiders, you name it. Blue bottles. Oh, what's those things that swim in the red rope? What's those things, those float around in the water? You know them and they've got the stingers?
Box jellyfish.
Box jellyfish. There we go. There we go. They've got different names all over the world. I
You're a
sound like
country.
it. Huh?
You're a country.
Are they stopping import export? I don't know. Don't really care. I've been holding a shit for a while. God, Justin, you've got an issue, mate.
It's the wrong guy to ask import export stuff.
It has a fatality rate of 2% only. Yeah, it's like a cold, I think. But let's not let that spoil the
Just
night.
wait till they start blaming reptiles.
Yeah, people want to use garden hoses or showers. That's very excessive. There's easier ways to get rid of that Klingon, you know. Must yeah.
Just improve your diet.
Fiber, loosen it up a bit, you know, and then you just have a shower afterwards. Nice. There we go. Bamboo 2-ply bunnings for $1 for 4. I'm sorted. There we go. The bamboo stuff. Yeah, and it's natural and it's biodegradable. Why are we talking about toilet paper on a reptile show? I don't. This is
You
our.
started.
This has gone down the toilet now. This show, hasn't it? Huh?
No, what was I going to talk about? There was another package seized that I seen we shared on the Reptile News. Was that this week or last week?
Another. Oh no, that was just the
We're not
Australian.
going.
That was just the Australian government beating their chest to show that they the kings of the world, you know. But I think they put a stop to the. I think they put an end to the local syndicate that was around. I don't want to talk about that too much. But I foresee jail time, definitely big jail sentences. Be very highly unlikely that you
They're
do.
going to the full extent of the law, which needs to happen.
Yeah,
I guess.
I think that the push from the federal government in this whole thing, because I mean we have to consider this. Out of Australia into Australia, people import guns and drugs. Out of Australia, people export reptiles.
Mhm.
People don't export guns and drugs out of the country. So, for instance, to use Marty Kennedy as good, and I don't like to talk, on here about people. Yeah, I'm a changed man now, but the fact that the federal government appealed his sentence and overturned it in the federal, in the county court or the federal. I'm not sure how it works in New South Wales, but they went to a higher court, and the magistrates agreed with the barristers for the Queen's Court, whatever the government used, the solicitors for agreed and overturned it and make a 3.5-year sentence. The same will happen in Victoria.
Yeah.
The guys that were implicated in the syndicate down here, all the Asian guys have been have gotten jail time, you know, and it's fair to say that whoever else was involved in that, if it was if the person had a far bigger input into that, if he was a reason why people went to prison, then I would say that he's facing far greater jail time than anybody else.
What is the extent of the jail time there?
I think it'd be. I doubt it'd be 10 years, but I think 2.5 years, 2 to
3 to 4,
2 to
something
3
like that.
years. Around there, it'd be similar. It'd be now that New South Wales has what do they call it? It's there's a word for it. They've got an example. They've got a statute. What's it? They've got what do they call it? There's a legal term for it. They've set the standard now.
Yep.
Now every other state, and especially when the federal government is involved with this, they'll push now for similar sentences across the board. Because
there's
they
a
need
shame that
because
money-
they do it as a deterrent.
Yeah.
It's
I was communicating with Marty saying, like, I know what you've done. I can see you're sorry about it. It's good that you can move on with your life now. But then, he went, he said he was going back. They had to talk to me one more time. And then he had no idea that was going to happen to him, which is pretty unfortunate. So
Look, I think over the years, I've seen penalties get worse and worse, and I'm myself as well. Fines, jail. It's precedent. There we go. So the precedent's been set. Okay. Now because the mules have gone, the mules here in this specific instance have been they've been
Precedence. Everyone's in it.
6 months for them, but they're foreign nationals. You know, they bring a lot of stuff into it. You know, like I mean, the Australian government don't necessarily want to look after foreign criminals, you know, on their own soil. So they just want to give them something to think about and send them packing.
Yeah.
You know, but I mean, it's big though. I think it's big. I think it's really big. You know, but I don't want to delve in it too much. I don't want to name names. You know, like it's just. I think if you,
I mean,
I
you
think
can talk-
if I'm in that, if I was ever in that situation, I would seriously be shitting bricks right now. And
you got to think about like you know you've been there like it's an animal at the end of the day, and you just lost sight of why you like them, or you get your passion takes over to a point of insanity,
I,
and then
I
you
know,
pay the price by not seeing your kids for a couple of years, and for an animal, you know.
yeah, no, I mean, and look, I think it's a very good learning curve to go through something like that and learn the lesson that you're supposed to learn.
Yeah.
From communications that I had with Mahdi before he went to prison, I mean I could hear that maybe the lesson, you know, I can understand why the courts are dishing out massive sentences now, because it's just not a deterrence. You know, if you earning hundreds of thousands of dollars,
Yeah, it's hard.
then but still it's not to pay your legal fees and to pay fines. Fines are not, it's not a deterrent, because that's where, you know, that's how I learned. I mean, what, a $20,000-$30,000 fine? That's small change.
Yeah.
You know, it's small change. So what's the next step up? Okay. Well, you know, I remember when I was in court, you know, they said, you know, they brought out a list of people that have been over the years have been caught in Victoria and have been sentenced, you know, and or not sentenced, you know, most of the things in Victoria up to 2016 or something was suspended sentences. So you would get caught with exotics. I mean, and there were guys in Victoria that had large collections. There were guys with large collection of venomous snakes. I mean, there was a guy in Victoria. I can't remember. He used to, you know, I think he used to be involved in the Melbourne Zoo or something. But he had a large collection of gaboon adders and cobras and stuff like that. And he had a 2-year suspended sentence. You know, the difference came when they pulled suspended sentence off the table. So now there's no more suspended sentences. There's no opportunity. You get fined. You get, in Victoria, you get your first strike is if you get a visit from the department and your books are not up to, so 1 or 2 book mistakes, they sort of just give you a warning. You know, they usually your first visit, if things are out of whack, they give you a warning if it's just paperwork orientated. And I guarantee you now, everybody listening to this show right now, your books wouldn't be up to scratch.
Yeah.
It's just as simple as, like, people are lazy when it comes to, they might be the goodie, you know, they might, there's always the person that's just, you know, 100% on the, but I guarantee you 99% of reptile keepers, if you ask them now if their record book was up to date, they'd go,
Yeah, I'll get back to you on that one.
yeah, because they think that tomorrow might not happen. And the government really, they just do spot checks. And if your book's out, you'll get that warning. If they come around the next time and and it's out again, you'll get a fine. So you'll get like $140 fine. This is going years back. And then if they come around again, you go to court. As simple as that. And if you get a penalty, then usually it's a fine. You know, it's pretty heavy. I mean, 3 or 4 book, you know, inaccurate book entries and stuff like that could end you up with $2,500 fine. And this has gone up over the years. This was 2014, I think, was the minimum fine was like a $2,500 fine for not having your administration sorted out.
So So I put a post on my Facebook about the latest guy to get caught.
Yeah.
Blah 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 blah, and then a fella wrote on there, it's laughable how people think legalizing exporting of reptiles will stop this behavior because it won't.
Yeah.
Which, you're probably right because the government will make. Well, the person's probably right because the government will make the way to do it probably unattainable.
Yeah.
I was a firm believer that it would stop. Like, why wouldn't you not legalize something that's going to happen anyway?
Yeah.
And use the revenue generated for tax, like all the taxes and stuff
Yeah.
for the economy. But yeah, it's sort of a hard one. Like, it'll still happen anyway.
I honestly don't think you could ever. There will always be. I mean, this industry has always been part and parcel. Like it used to be. This industry goes hand in hand with poaching and smuggling.
Yeah.
It has always been the same way. There's very little to smuggle into Australia now because everything is here already.
Yeah.
I mean, unless some new carpet python morph happens overseas or a turtle morph or something that can be brought in. I mean, I don't know. I mean, you look at the green monitors and stuff like that, and they're suddenly on the books here.
Yeah.
I don't know the history of it. I don't want to go into that type of thing,
That's
but
the
I know enough to know that those animals, how the hell how do things like that end up on the books?
Yeah.
That's something that they were talking about. Apparently, so the first round of discussions are starting to happen now with Victoria and I think next year, the next round of book amendments and species additions and stuff like that, they're starting to do that next year. So it'd be interesting to see. I know that Chris Arborfield, when I was talking to him, they were saying, they're going to try and add Varanus prassinus onto the list. And
Okay.
I can with 100%, I can honestly say that I don't think that would ever happen in Victoria.
Yeah.
There is just too much dirt there's just too much controversy involved in that species as a whole. I think Pally pythons would happen in Victoria sooner than Varanus prassinus.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I just don't think they would.
Well,
Even
the origin is not suspect or anything like that. This is what happened. That's how they got there. Blah 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 blah.
Oh, look, and I don't know the whole history about the, I don't want to really harp on about that, but like I think stuff like that. Not everybody's stupid,
Mm.
and not every government department's stupid like that.
Yeah.
If they could, not everybody can be bullshit the government, but what happens is then it has spillover effect. So if you manage to bullshit the government in Queensland, then the rest of the states see that that there's been bullshitting going on, and they just toughen up the way they deal with everything.
Yeah.
So they'll go, oh, okay.
Leads into what we were discussing a couple of weeks ago about in Florida, they're doing the green iguana and the tegu. They're going to ban them. Or they're trying to ban them. They got a body USARC that has lawyers. They fight the legislation, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Like in Australia, we don't have anything like that. And the more wrongdoings that happen and it brings into mainstream media,
Yeah.
they'll start doing stuff about it,
And all that needs to happen is one cluey reporter has to catch whiff that this is a good story,
Oh, they put on 60 Minutes and it's done, man.
and they go into that and they fight and they
Well,
and
honest-
trace the origins and stuff like that. And then we just need to start as a whole. We all just need to start. I mean, I'm myself included, man. I've done some stupid shit in my life. Like
Yeah.
really stupid shit. And now that I think back at it, I go, man, but we are playing with the future's herpers' ability to keep.
People lose sight of what it is. You like keeping snakes, lizards, turtles, frogs.
Yeah.
That's cool in a cage, and then it turns into money. That's all it is. And
Oh,
there's,
of course.
I need that money to get that now, and then how do I do that? I can do it this way. Oh, this guy, like it just descends into madness where it should just be, like I got a couple of snakes and they're all got names.
Yeah, I
Like,
did. I did watch a video of Coop. I think Cooper's Reptiles. Is it Coop's Reptiles or whatever?
yeah,
He loaded a video of Joe Ball this week, a 30-minute
yeah,
video, and it was refreshing to see Joe. Joe keeps. I mention Joe often, but I think Joe's one of the elite, one of the trendsetters in the country. Like I think he pushes the boundary. But he also, the good thing that I saw from Joe is that he keeps species that are not monetary animals. Like he's got animals there, like small insular type skinks and stuff like that he keeps for his own
yeah,
pleasure. That he's actually said he'd rather keep some of those skinks. He's getting a lot more into skinks again.
yeah.
Gotten rid of. Well, I don't know if you've seen that
Yeah, right.
video. He got rid of a lot of. Sorry, gas just came. That soda water just polluted the airways now.
Yeah,
But
I think
but he was saying that he'd rather keep some of these smaller little skinks, these horrible little black things that he works with, over a prehensile tailed green tree monitor. And I thought that's
he's a
pretty
tinkerer,
cool.
the old Joe. He's a good bloke.
Yeah, it's cool to see that. Yeah, Joe's been to Melbourne. Hello, Andy. Yes, welcome, welcome, welcome. I don't want to. I've seen the questions there of the monitors and stuff. I don't know much about monitors, and once we're on sort of in a direction with our conversation, I like to keep it on there. So sorry, guys.
Sorry, guys, we're not ignoring you, but
touch on the monitor stuff when we do a monitor show. Like, I'm hoping.
what was the question? I didn't even say it.
Yeah, normal stimmies. Yeah, so it looks like
Yeah, that's it.
we've had a consistent 30 people watching, so that's good. Uh,
30 people.
Yeah, but you know how these shows work. There's a lot of the people only watch it afterwards or wake up and stuff like that.
In the background.
Yeah. Oh, my favorite fans will be watching. You know how it works. They always watch,
We've all got fans.
run back and report. But let's not go. Let's not be mean. Let's not be there. All good, mate. Yeah, that's all right. We'll touch on that.
Promise me you wouldn't be.
I know. Monitors are exciting. I've kept lots. I did an honors degree in white-throated monitors, African rock monitors, and they were awesome to keep. They good animals. They good monitors to keep. Man, they like bulldogs when they get older. I'm sure you've seen it. Yeah, and they've got that perfect, placid demeanor. Some of them,
Oh,
there we go. There we go with his Moza #Moza.
You're gonna have to keep explaining that every show.
Yeah, stop hashtagging your mate in our show, please. We do not bow to sponsors on this show,
Keep watching Dingo and keep showing.
Oh, gone. Don't mention the name. Who shall not be spoke is like Voldemort, eh? Rob McMillan's Voldemort, eh? He doesn't care anymore. Yeah,
He loves him.
yeah. So,
Why is he a subscriber then?
I don't know. Live monitors, yeah. Andy, I haven't seen you around on one of these shows in a while. It's good to see you, mate.
No, he was up the other day at my place. So.
Oh, you guys up there on where are you guys? Central Coast, or what do you call that area, that patch of Australiana?
Yeah,
What's it called?
Newcastle, mate.
Oh yeah, they were nothing. It's just bush, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is there roads up there?
Horse and cart, yeah. We fly around in helicopters.
Oh yeah, all the rich people live up that way. There we go. All the rich people
Yeah.
out in the rainforest.
Uh,
How far away are you from the Australian Reptile Park?
me, probably an hour.
Oh, so it's an hour. That's far. That's better than. I haven't been there. I actually haven't been there. I should.
Yeah, been there.
No, but I'm scared. I try and find that Bible blue tongue that they've got and come back home with it.
Hey, that's not for the hobby, all right?
We need to send a posse up there. Some of them distract the staff, and some of them go and infiltrate and see if they can find it. I reckon that lizard's under lock and key hard up there, huh?
Yeah, we'll see.
Maybe in a private collection already. I doubt it though. I doubt it. I think Tim Faulkner. I think he's the new. Is he the new director up there?
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
What happened to John Weigel? Where's he in the world?
I think he's still around, but he's into birds or something. So, photographing birds.
Oh, the good life, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Devil Arc too. I think he's the curator of that as well.
You're never far from animals when you're into animals. I mean, it just changes. You just shift around a little bit. It
I
was
showed
nice.
Andy the biggest olive python he's ever seen.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Biggest olive python that never breeds. Uh,
Hey, just you wait.
they never breed.
Oh, because you haven't bred it. Have you bred them before?
I've not bred olive pythons, you bitch. Oh, sorry, did I say that out loud?
Maybe one day you can watch a live video of them. doing it.
I've bred Burmese pythons, though. Suck it. Yeah, nice.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But they're easy to make. there's no skill involved in that. You know, you just look at them and there's eggs. You know, like oh, okay. There was something that I wanted to touch on. Oh yeah, it was encouraging to see to walk around at the expo. Dave Perry twitching.
That's what they do.
What twitching? What?
Their tail. It's
Ooh.
on, babe.
What's that?
Olives, they twitch their tail and it's on.
Okay. I think when we speak together on the mics, they cut out for some reason. I don't know. I can see you hiding your mouth in front of the mic now, so you can't see the lag.
What do you mean, mate?
My mouth's not lagging. There's no lag on this feed. Yeah. What I wanted to say was I just wanted to. I've said thank you on the Carpet Pythons page already. I felt so encouraged.
The warm and fuzzy moment. Come on.
Yeah, but there were so many people that just came up and said, "Hi, I'm watching your show. Good job," and that type of stuff really drives me. It's like when I started with the reptiles over here and the morphs and stuff like that. There's nothing nicer than just meeting people that follow your page and stuff. And this is what this Carpet Fest is going to be all about, is to just put those people into contact, those good souls that are out there watching every week, and they just want to learn about reptiles, and they don't want to get involved in the bullshit politics of the reptile hobby in Australia.
Yeah.
Because seriously, this channel does really well in Australia for some reason. We'll grow it in the international once we start talking to Brian and guys like that.
Yeah.
I'm sure it will kick off. But we live in Australia, so we have to cater for the Aussies. I mean, that's and tell people about stuff. So, first thing I want to also mention is that Penrith has a big expo. Is it still in Penrith? Is somebody out there?
New location. I'll just do some Googling quickly.
New location is their website. We might just flick over to the Facebook.
Facebook page.
To the Facebook. What is it called? Penrith.
Facebook
It's not
post.
called Penrith. Is it called Penrith Expo? What's it
Oh,
called?
yeah, there is an actual Facebook page for it called the Penrith Reptile Expo
Let me
2020.
Penrith Reptile Expo. Sorry, I type with 2 fingers, but I type really well with 2 fingers. Okay, let me just
That's the
check.
Penrith Valley Regional Sports Centre.
Okay, let me just flick over here. There we go, Lachlan Townsend. There we go. Oh, that's a funny guy. I laughed.
Is he?
His father's funny. Yeah, guy down here looking for birds called twitching. When you go looking for birds, it's called twitching.
Oh, okay.
Well, we all got that wrong. Sorry. Okay, let me just go here. Desktop. Okay, so here is the Penrith Reptile Expo. This is the one. This is the one. I can still see you on the other monitor here, Colin. I still have to figure it
So you
out.
can't get away.
So the Hawkesbury Herpetological Society is having this expo every year, and this is I reckon this is the best one to go to. I think the VHS does a good one in Victoria, but I think the Penrith, if you want to go and just see a lot of stuff, I think people wait for that. We need to get this expo in Victoria. We need to get more breeders in, more breeders. I mean that's what we need in Victoria. All the breeders, we need to pull in more breeders from
this
there.
one. What do they do in Victoria? Are you allowed to display a business name, or is it?
Yes, that is one thing of the New South Wales expos that I cannot understand is this whole thing that
You can only display what's on your license.
and you can't even show a logo on. I mean, that's so backwards. It's so behind the times, Penrith Reptile Expo. Okay, so let me just get it here. So it's at Hawkesbury Herpetological Society is holding it. Where is the address? Here we go. 30 Herbert Street, Cambridge Gardens.
Oh, wow. You say it's so exotic.
Penrith Valley Regional Sports Centre.
Click on the link there. There's a link right there.
I know. I'm just reading it. I'll just proximity
Whatever.
this stuff. Penrith Rexbell Expo is moving to a different day and venue. Our 2020 Expo will be held on Sunday, 8th March, at Penrith Valley Regional Sports
Enough to make it
Centre.
a radio announcer.
How was that sound?
Frightening.
That was premium, wasn't it? Huh? Premium.
Yeah.
All right, sort of. Okay, so go check him out. It's a good day out. You know, fly up there if you can. From
Celebrities there this year.
I think you're looking at there's a few celebrities. Yeah, I don't know. I think Keenan Harkin's there. He's got a YouTube code. Brian Cusco and Dave Kaufman. I would say they some of the bigger names.
On YouTube, yeah.
Yeah. Let me just go back to our screen so people can see our faces again. There we go. We're having a good show. I like this. We're rolling. Yeah.
Cutting between screens.
Yeah,
Wait
you-
till I get my screens going and have a camera.
Oh shit! Hold back. It's gonna be nuts. Huh?
Side profile.
See, I've got this little line here that I need to get rid of. This little, my screen. See there, the chat is doing weird shit there. I swear to God, you sound like a Boeing pilot. I do sound like a Boeing pilot. I just sound like a South African
I'd get off
Boeing
that plane
pilot.
if I heard that voice.
We're going down. Okay. Met Dave last year, really nice chap. Yes. We should all be AFL presenter. That was grouse. Thanks, Lachlan. Lockie. I think I sold you a Jag. Did I sell you a Jag? The good old days of old Sika Reptiles. Rubbish.
Oh.
Rubbish. I'll just glad that's gone. See, I just can't help myself. These snide comments. Sorry, people. Sorry. I
Getting
apologize. I apologize profusely, So I hope you enjoyed the show tonight. I think this was one of our better shows. But it shows you when you have a little bit of a break in there, you get back into it, Yeah, so you do.
Coronavirus,
Get into the groove. Me and you bouncing ideas,
Triggered.
triggered. Yeah. I love the new ghetto slang that the new age
I
kids,
thought that was going to be an emoji then.
triggered. Yeah, don't give me emojis. Oh my God, I can't. Those things. Yeah. Smiley, these idiots that hate me that come on. Oh yeah, they know all my fans that
Yeah.
come onto when I post something, they put a smile,
Sold
one of
him
those
too.
laugh out loud pictures. What?
You sold him too.
Yeah, I used to sell all the good stuff, man. And then we all know what happened with that bad adventure into bad judgment with me. So, but at least we're moving on now. I think this is a great thing to get involved in. Oh man, the people are just not leaving. Love it. Robert Miller
Yes, Rob.
was listening to NPR today. They were talking about your show with Troy the other day. Yeah, Troy's show is good. I think Troy's doing his own thing on a Friday night as well. Follow his own live stream. Go and check him out. We support each other in this hobby. Go and check him out. I'm sure there'll be interesting, him and Wayne Larkham, interesting things discussed on his show. Jason Deacon had no problem having my logo and details at my table at Sydney Expo. Okay, so it depends. It's selectively enforced.
No, with that Penrith one, they will hit it because it's a society. So the Sydney one's not run by a society. So just be aware.
Well, that's a good clause for them to try and get rid of. A society, man. Well, that's just silly, isn't it? That's a
Yeah.
silly law. You can't show
It
your
is,
logo.
yeah, like it's sort of a little bit like it is backwards.
I'd rather have your personal details for everybody to see what your license number is, as if they won't be able to use your license number against you at some stage. You know what I mean? There are people, but there seriously are people that would go to those expos, write down your license detail, your license
Give to someone
code,
else.
and use and sell animals on that license. How would they know?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
I remember in the good old days, somebody got interrogated about a snake that I sold them, and they ended up making a statement saying that they never sold that snake to that person or gave them their license details. And I was like, oh, okay. Guy that still operates out of New South Wales. And I thought, oh, okay,
Yep.
one of the big beardy breeders from up there. And I thought, oh, okay. Didn't have a license. He said he was buying it through somebody else. Poor Camo. Camo's reptiles, man. He's copped a flogging over time. I'm not saying it's not Camo. It wasn't Camo. It was somebody that used Camo's license to buy
Yeah.
a snake from me, and then it surfaced that he was doing that. What else is here? So the expo, their snake rack build came in handy, but they made it look too easy. What was that? Where was that? You have to be in context. I can't understand what you're saying. The snake rack.
I feel like we're
build
getting the
came-
tail end of the conversation.
David Sands. I can't understand what you're saying. Their snake rack build came in handy, but they made it look too easy. Who? Let me go back.
Who was that?
Can't remember. Reply to Joey Hester. Cheers, Joey. Likewise. Okay, Chris Nelson's on there as well. He said to me the other day, I can talk I can talk a lot. Yeah. I'm the only person that can talk for an hour and a half non-stop and not take a breath of air. Yeah, that's
Yeah, I was going to say.
yeah. You just
Well,
no, I'm sure once you get used to the camera on you, once we get your background as smooth as my background, with the gimbals everywhere, my rig's sitting there. It's like my comfort. It's like my blankie in the back there, my comforter.
K-Bros, I'm delayed. They do a rack.
What?
Cool. K-Brothers.
What does that mean? K brothers, I'm delayed. What's that?
You must be saying the chat's delayed, which it is, whatever platform you're coming through.
Yeah, it is. It is. This you need to look into all fancy stuff and pay a lot of money to get this type of. There's still a delay here as well. Because I've got the live stream in front of me right here, and I can see that there's maybe a 5-10 second delay to the stream that goes out to Facebook.
Oh, okay.
I'll show you one day when you come down here. I'll show you how the
Yeah, I was
delay it is. So that's been good. An hour and 16 minutes. I have to go to sleep soon.
Yeah.
But I think that was good. I thank you
Again, if you got topics to talk about, send us a message or a comment, and
I think
we can explore them.
I think until we just get our stream to the point where we start pulling in these superstars,
Mm-hmm.
the royalty, I'll put a post out early in the morning, and we'll structure it according to what the questions are, and then I'll add extra news that people need to know about. But the only news this week, I think, really is the Penrith Expo this coming weekend.
Yep.
And then I'm not sure when there's another expo up towards where you are.
Yeah, there's the Central Coast Herps. There's someone normally every year makes a thing, don't they? When all the expos are.
Yeah, I did see that somewhere, but I can't remember where I saw it now. There's still 28 people. I feel like we're letting the people. We want to give the people what they want. Like, I don't know if we go on or go to sleep.
We'll just keep going.
What time do you have to? What time do you have to be? I'll just push straight through. What time do you have to be up in the morning, Colin?
5 o'clock, mate.
Oh yes, it's around the same time. I wake up a little bit later. I have a sleep in. I think 5:30 is when I get up.
It's the expo.
So
I'm just googling. Facebook.
CCHS
Yeah.
Expo. Oh, Mark Taylor's still there. Hey, Mark. Yeah.
Hey.
Oh, I have to tell you this.
Didn't
This
be in
is
the long haul.
this
He
is-
came
this-
out.
This is funny. This is a funny story. So I'm standing there at Karen Russell's table on the weekend, and I see this guy just standing there, and I can see he's eyeballing me, and I'm as with Brent Smith as well. There we go. It's got a Lacey there. So I'm standing there. Mark Taylor's probably laughing now. So Mark, I see this guy standing there, and he looks familiar.
Mhm.
And I'm looking at him, and he's looking at me, and then he's walking around this way, and he's standing there as well. He's eyeballing me, and I'm sort of starting to get freaked
the
out a bit.
police?
And I say, "Who's this stalker?" So he comes up to me. Sorry, I'm Mark. I met you, and then it clicked. He's got like an animated profile photo,
Yeah.
and I thought, yes, I know you. So we stood there laughing for a little bit at first because you know me, I've got no filter on my mouth. I said, I know you. Yeah, so you're eyeballing me, What's this? What are they saying here? Brent Smith, Wollongong also. Oh yeah, there's a Wollongong. Is there no Wollongong? What are you saying? You guys are speaking in encrypted language there. What is this?
There is an Illawarra or Wollongong Expo or something as well.
Oh, so there's a CCHS and there's a Wollongong. So
Yeah,
which one's?
I think the Central Coast one's the last one.
And when's that? Sort of mid-year.
No, we just talked about that. It was in May.
And where's the other one? So I'm getting confused here because I don't know where these places are.
You know where Melbourne is. That's it.
I've actually sworn to not put my foot out of Melbourne ever again. I don't know why. had this funny thing that I don't need to, but I think I need to expand my horizons a little bit. You know,
You do, mate. You do.
I need to expand my horizons. Go see the great north, and go and sweat and sit out in the hot sun and melt. You know, perspire myself to death. See how long I can last out there. So yes, Illawarra show is done by the society. Okay, yes.
There you go.
So yeah. Anything else? Is there anything? Anybody?
Illawarra's Reptile Expo, Andy.
Okay, so so just give me a rundown again now, because I totally lost track here of what's going on here. I feel like I've totally lost the plot here.
So
So
what
so-
we need is someone to text the picture.
yeah,
That's everyone. Someone makes it every year. I just don't know who.
yeah, but so just give me the names of the in order. So what is the next one? So it's Penrith, and is Penrith is the Hawkesbury Society, isn't it?
Correct. Yep.
What's the next one?
I'm gonna say it's Illawarra.
Illawarra,
19th of
yeah.
April. There you go.
Illawarra, 19th of April. Okay. What's next after that? Wollongong. So what's the Illawarra's others? Is the Illawarra another name for the Illawarra?
Yeah, it's down that way.
Okay, so the Illawarra. Okay, and then Wollongong is the other one.
Yep.
That's south of Sydney, isn't it? Wollongong. That's
No,
where.
then the Central Coast.
Okay, Central Coast. So Central Coast, 17th. Okay, so it's very close. Why do they have? Okay, so it's April. Okay, April and May. Okay, so that's a good breather in between. That's like a good month in between the expos. So that's all right. You know, it spreads it evenly. I don't know. Which one's the busiest? I think Penrith would be the busiest. But these other shows.
It's a good one. And Central Coast one, it's every 2 years, so it should be pretty. It was busy 2 years ago, so it should
Yeah.
be pretty busy this year.
And I think that time of year would probably be a better time of year to buy snakes, though. I think your hatchlings, I think there'd be more hatchlings available in April and May than there would be in March.
Yeah, that's why the society went that way. So the hatchlings are established
Yeah, yeah.
instead of getting snakes that are still shiny and have all sorts of stuff all over them
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
haven't
no.
had a first feed. Oh yeah, it's a great feeder.
Yeah, and you take it home and he dies because it's never eaten. Yeah.
You see it every year, but like you see people, oh yeah, I need a clutch of snakes. It's always around December. You know, I'll buy all your bearded dragons.
Okay, somebody sent it
Next
to the
day they're at
carpet.
the expo.
Somebody sent it to the Carpet Python page. Let me just have it. Tyler Wajari. Thanks, mate. Let me just check.
Thanks, Tyler.
Brenthus is organise another expo in August also.
Okay.
Who is that guy? Who's Brent?
I guess his
don't know
name's
who he
Brent.
is. Who's Brent?
And Sniff.
Here we go.
That's
Here we
who it
go.
is. It says it right there.
Here we go. Tyler.
I said
Let's see.
Joe Payne's organising a Wollongong Expo.
Let me just see if I can get this.
Joe Payne.
Get the screen to flip. Oh no, for some reason it's not flipping. Okay, so there we go. I'll post this. I'll crop this and I'll post it on the Carpet Python page and on the Reptile News page, so people
you go.
can have a look.
Giving back to the people.
Get what we want to give you what you want. That's what you want, and we'll
People,
give it to you.
people have asked, and we didn't know. Now we know.
Entertainment is what you want.
That was
We'll-
investigative reporting.
Yep. That is how we get to the bottom of these stories on the Reptile News. We will dig and we will find the truth and we will share the truth with our fans. All right, if you can call it that. We're just a couple of
But
guys
yes,
that keep
back.
reptiles. What are you saying, Colin? You have
I
to
did-
you have to
I
actually
back.
you have to
I gotta
actually
talk to the microphone. I keep.
yeah. Hide your mouth in behind the mic, but be close to the mic, please. Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, no, you better say sorry. There we go. Give me what I want, the shirt. Are you still on about the shirts?
Oh, mate.
Yeah. Are you going to the Penrith Expo, Rob? I wouldn't be surprised if he's jumping around there, find the guy that's running around with his tongue hanging out and his tail wagging. Rob? Yeah, I reckon.
He'll go.
Yeah, he'll be there. He'll be there. He just can't help himself, you know. Has to go and rub shoulders with the big names and the royalty down there. Yeah.
Oh, the royal.
See the goods, the royalty, all the royalty in New South Wales, all the big guys, all the top breeders, New South Wales, all the top breeders, Queensland.
The big timers.
Now Queensland just has to come to the party and have an expo. What's going on up there? You know, they can keep.
They used to They used to have one up there. but,
Yeah, I know, but they've got everything on license up there, but they don't have an expo. What's going on?
do they have it every 2 years up there now?
I don't know. I don't think that. I think
They
they
had that brand that was doing one. They were going to go national and
what was it called? Rep X.
RepX. That's it.
And then they wanted what I always say is you start at expo and you make sure that the one expo that you do well, you do really well at that one. And once it really takes off, you go and do the next one. But
Yeah.
I think in Victoria, people that are from interstate that think that they're going to come to Victoria and deal with a department down here,
Yeah.
it just doesn't work, man. You know, it's like
America, like it's a bit hard.
it's just the laws. They just, I mean, the loop. I mean, there's just you need to be in a society, and anybody that thinks that they can work around that. Hopefully, I mean, that might be something that they might consider now because I'd love to do that. I'd love to do a. I mean,
They could-
with me, it's going to be hard, but it would be nice for private
Queensland,
individuals.
they had like a weird rule. They couldn't sell stuff or something like that.
Yeah, now it's okay because what they do is they issue a 1-day displayer's permit that allows you to sell on the day, and then you can load your animals and take them back up to. Because I've been talking to somebody about that for next year.
Like the car park deals there, mate. To meet me at the car park.
I did walk out of the VHS. I did walk out of the VHS Expo on Saturday, and at the top of my voice say, outside, this is where all the big business happen, and you could just see them. People are just ducking and weaving
car
and,
seat sales.
and running for cover, like in the car park. Yeah, that's where all the
Yeah.
good shit happens, Here, Rob wants to be. I'll go so people can see me, so they know who Rob McMillan is. Yeah, he'll probably come up to just to people at the stands and go, "Hi, I'm Rob. What's your name? Yeah,
Read it, mate.
I'm Rob McMillan, the Rob McMillan."
The pest.
Yeah, no, Queensland doesn't have any. Yeah, I know Queensland.
No,
Yeah,
it's a shame.
they let the ball drop
Okay.
there.
Is there a WA one this year?
I think there is one. I do think. Oh, what happened to Steve Crawford's one? What are you doing?
Yeah, they're not doing it anymore. So
Oh, okay. Technical
they want to
difference.
keep making. From what he told me, they wanted to keep making it bigger and bigger and bigger, and it got to a point where they'd have to go to the next step. And I don't think they thought it would go over as well as that. Like I say, pretty perfectionistic those guys to get it right. So
Yeah, they did look like they had the stands and the display. Like it was a proper expo.
oh mate, that was a good expo.
Yeah. But like I said, you have to grow it in baby steps, these things. I
Yeah.
mean, you're not going to get an expo. You're going to have to do an expo at least for 10 years. Like the VHS, I think we started the first expo down there. 2007 was the first one that we organized, me and the committee. And what is this now? Oh, Rob's still going on.
I was reading it.
And that one was in the Canberra, what's the Canterbury? Was it the Canberra Hall? Like it was the first one, but we were the first expo in Australia that could have sales on the day, and it went great, So it's 2007 till now. It's 12. What's it? 12 years.
Yeah.
No, we're in 2020. I keep thinking it's 2019. 13 years.
It's 2020, mate.
Bloody hell. So you can see it, So it's good to see that it's still going, but it's sort of got to a certain size now, and it's sort of staying at that size. So I think it needs to, we need to up the level and, get more interstaters down here for the expo and stuff. I think it might be just early. A lot of guys don't have a lot of stuff to sell in February.
I think this bioactive thing is starting to spark a little thing happening, a little underground movement, because people are like making bioactive cages with nothing in it apart from the plants and all that sort of stuff. So
Yeah, so it's a terrarium.
yeah, and then they that if they add an animal, they don't. I think I've been watching a bit of that, and
Yeah.
that seems like the latest and greatest thing, and that'll probably move it along again, and then it evolves from there.
Yeah. It is nice though. I mean, although the Europeans have been doing it for the last 50 years, I mean, I see a lot of people carry on like the originators now of like they like,
How about you Google search?
there's Americans going to Europe to go and show the Europeans how to, build a terrarium and make it bioactive. And I look at it, I go, what is, why is this guy going to the Europeans, to Germany, to show the Germans how to do bio? I mean, are they for real? You know, and this is not having a go at the Americans. I mean, I love our American brothers over in the US. But
Yeah.
let's be honest, you know, there's that non-filter of mine again. Naturalistic terrariums. I saw one of the first naturalistic terrariums I saw was when I was a kid visiting Hans Kabersky in Kempton Park. I think he lived. It was a German that I knew that bred crickets commercially and had
Mhm.
tokay geckos and stuff in Johannesburg in the early 90s.
Yeah. Okay.
And he had a
You would've been a
big,
kid
massive,
then.
and he used to build his own glass cages. I mean, the worst thing is the Europeans; those guys build their own terrariums and they rig them up. They don't
Mm.
have. There was no Exoterra around those days. It's so easy now because the terrariums are already made.
Mm.
You know, these guys, we're talking about guys 30, 40, 50 years ago that could do that, and they could do it all
Yeah.
themselves. Cut the glass, silicon it up, make sure that the structural integrity is fine because you need to have certain thicknesses of glass so that thing that just doesn't fall apart,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And now you got
Science.
guys that want to go and tell the Germans how to do it. Are you for real? Come on.
Mm.
Go down a notch. Just lower
Yeah.
just
Calm down,
yeah,
mate.
just get off your little vials, you know. Just don't
Get
do
off your
it.
soapbox. Calm down.
Yeah, little apple cart. Yeah, get off your apple cart, you know. So okay, I think we sort of straying away now from what we're here to do, talk about reptiles, but Queensland it can only have expo car boot sales. Yes, there we go. But it's so big, Queensland. You know, people are so sparse. Space. Is it space or sparse? Yeah. See now we're talking rubbish. So I'll update. I know that the streams said something about. Let me just check if the stream's running the right name. I'll edit the stream afterwards. Yeah, Victoria Expo Live. I'll change it afterwards so it says Friday Night Chat. Sorry, technical glitch.
Oh, that's why that guy's going, what? The expo's on.
Yeah. So now we figured it out.
Now we figured it out. He's probably gone to bed already. Sorry, mate.
Hour,
Dr. Black, 66, whatever your name was.
hour and 15 minutes later. Hour and 30 minutes later, actually. You know. So okay, so everybody have a great week. I think let's call it quits. I haven't seen my wife at all tonight,
Yeah,
and
no.
I need a certain balance to keep
That's
the
right, mate.
peace. You know, keep the peace. And I'll see you guys on Friday. I might. I don't know. We'll talk. We'll see if you're busy or not. You've got the kids on the weekend, haven't you?
Not this weekend.
Okay, so maybe we'll do a show. Maybe we'll talk some camera gear.
Yeah, we might, yeah.
Yeah, if you wanna know how to do good photos
Like,
of.
just tell people, yeah, like, obviously you've got the inferior brand now, so.
Oh yeah, I'm Sony, and you Nikon. Do you call it Nikon or Nikon?
Nikon, yeah. Only weirdos call it Nikon.
There's a whole bunch of people over in the
Sony
US
is
who
a
call it
god of the
Nikon. Yeah, people are liking the shows. So stay safe. Have a good. It's a little Friday on the Wednesday, hump day. You know, I'm gonna go and I might go have some dinner now. I totally forgot about food because we wanted everything right. But I think the show's coming together nicely. I think.
Yeah.
I think the
Couple
premium.
more little touches will be good.
Yeah. Oh, Rob's also a
Nikon.
Nikon shooter. What does
Right.
he know? Knows nothing. I do agree. They do. I mean, none of my cameras shoot externally.
Yeah.
What's it? 10-bit externally. For those of you that don't know, don't even ask. Yeah, but we'll do a show. I'll run through a
Oh,
few
Mark's still there as well.
Mark's still there. Mark loves it. So what we'll
go to bed. He makes coffee in the morning. So
So what we'll do is we'll touch on a bit of photography gear. If you're a keen budding reptile photographer.
like how much of it's advanced like over the last couple of years.
Oh,
Like,
last
unbelievable.
the last 5 years. My first semi DSLR, I think I got in 2013, and since then, man, it's just exploded now. The stuff
Yeah.
that these cameras can do now is unreal.
Yeah.
So there is an easy way to do animal photography these days because a lot of these cameras have animal eye auto. There's not a lot of them. I think just Sony's got that
Just
a proper.
Nikon. What
Just
is it
Sony's
called
got
now?
a proper. Sony. I'll just mute you. but we don't want to give too many because I want everybody to be able to take photos like we do and videos like we do. So we'll just generally touch on that stuff. If not, I'll see you. Well, it's just an idea. I might find something else to talk about. I don't know. We'll have a discussion. This is just off the cuff, you know. But everybody stay safe. Colin, I'll thank you again for helping out tonight, my wingman.
No, thank you.
And I'll get your shirt to you. I wear an XL as well now.
Yeah?
Yeah. But I want to do the logo different. So I want to just do Reptile News like the official logo. I'll get a couple of those printed up, and I'll send them to you in the mail.
Okay.
So stay safe, everybody.
Send me the shirts. Don't send me anything else. All right.
What's that?
Only
No,
the shirts,
I'll try and avoid that. I've got nothing that you don't have better of, so let's put it that way. All right, so I'll see you guys around. Thanks for watching tonight. Yeah, and stay safe and look after those reptiles, and we'll see you Friday night again. Thank you very much. Have a good night.